Hey, good afternoon to all of our beautiful air signs in the world. Air signs would include Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energies. So if you're air, welcome to your tarot reading this week. Just want to pull some energies for all air signs to see what strong energies are coming in for all air for this week. So these may be present energies that you're in right now. These could be energies that you're stepping into. Keep in mind, air signs on these energies. Look, if the energy's not your energy, if it's not resonating with you, you don't want to claim it. We may be pointing out the energies of somebody else in your life. So just kind of listen intuitively throughout this tarot reading. Today is Monday, July the 5th. Time on my end is about 11:40 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay, air signs, let's get into your tarot reading here. I want to begin by pulling an affirmation card for you to take us into your tarot reading. So, in my life lately, what have I been doing? I've been spending a lot of time reading. I love to read books. And I go back to even when I was a kid, when I was in high school. It seemed like I was always walking around with a book in my hand. You know, it's like when you're in high school, you get assigned book reports. And it seems like, most of us at the time, we go after those books that are movies, right? So kids like to watch the movie rather than reading the book. But I was never one of those kids. It's like doing a book report was always an easy thing for me because I always had a book in front of me. So going back to some of those same energies that I experienced when I was younger, I find myself connecting with reading, right? And being able to step into those energies and take on the beautiful experience, right, that reading brings me. I love reading. I think it's fantastic for your imagination because you're reading the words, and that whole time you're reading the words, your mind is imagining what's happening that you're reading. So it's a great exercise to just stimulate your imagination. And I'm somebody in life that could use some stimulation on my imagination. If there's anything I've lacked in life, it's maybe been an imagination. Which is really kind of interesting because I started to get my imagination back about 3 years ago. And it was 3 years ago when I was living in a camper, by myself, a little small 14-foot camper, and I'd been in that kind of living style for about a year and a half, 2 years at the time. And that was at the time that I stepped into my spiritual awakening, right? And my spiritual awakening was a beautiful thing in my life because it opened me up to the unseen world, right? To the invisible world that surrounds all of us and the magic that's in that world. It's almost like, I was a little bit stuck in life, feeling a little bit somewhat bored with life. And my spiritual awakening just opened me up to an entirely new world. So I'm excited to connect with all of you and have you here working with us in this beautiful unseen world of energy. Okay, so pulling an affirmation card to take us into your tarot reading. Let's just see what spirit, your guides, want you to be aware of. Okay, beautiful affirmation. It says, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. So this is a very deep and profound affirmation taking us into your tarot reading. As we're talking about, manifestation. When I'm in the energy of manifesting, right? Do I have a specific outcome in mind for myself that I'm trying to manifest? And at the end of the day, anything short of that specific outcome is going to show up in my life as being a dark disappointment. Well, look, at the end of the day, we've all learned that we can't attach ourselves to specific outcomes because, look, you just never know what's coming, But whatever's coming for you is meant for you, right? So even if they're challenging, difficult energies, it means that you're supposed to go through those energies because there's something important in place for you to step into and for you to learn. All part of your life experience here. Okay, let's get into your tarot reading. I'm going to pull 3 energies from my Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland. These 3 energies are going to provide us the framework energetically of what's taking place for all air signs. And look, You may be here, you may not be an air sign. It's like, I don't even know if I have air anywhere in my natal chart, but you may be here checking up on an air sign in your life, right? So you may pick up on your energies here as well, or you may just be intuitively guided to be here, right? It's like something said, click on this tarot reading. It may have been the title, right? It may have been an image, it may have been a number. It may have just been a feeling that you had. Trust those energies. Okay, so opening energy, taking us into your tarot reading, comes to us as stand your ground. Standing on a firm foundation right here. Representing the energy of standing up for yourself. You know, holding true to your feelings, to your experiences. Let's pull another energy for you. Tell us about air signs this week. What's happening with all air signs? Okay, coming in next, right underneath stand your ground, you have suffering in silence. So this is a limiting energy. It's equivalent to the Nine of Swords energy, representing the energy of fear. You know, and it's suffering in silence, right? So some of you may be in this very energy right now where it's like, you know, when I'm suffering, it's like I don't feel like getting out. I don't feel like socializing, interacting with a lot of people. It's almost like I need some me time. I need some alone time because I'm processing what's going on. And I'm in the energy where it's like, no matter what's going on, I need to be mindful of standing my ground, like holding true to your values, holding true to what it is you feel is best, you feel is right. Let's pull one more energy. Let me give this deck one more shuffle here. Tell us about all air signs, please. Okay, coming in next, here we have a little bit of love moving in. We have the energy of harmony. So this is equivalent to Gemini's energy, right? For those of you that may be connected to a Gemini, you may be a Gemini. But here we have stand your ground, suffering in silence, and right underneath this, you have harmony. So I feel like this is what's coming in after the suffering in silence. This is maybe representing the energy of what you need to stand your ground on. Could be, you know, standing your ground on something regarding this connection in your life, whether it's romantic or it's friendship. You know, it's the Lover's card. This could be your employer at work as well. Let's change decks and let's switch over to the Crystal Vision Tarot set. Let's pull some clarifying energies. The clarifiers are fantastic because they give us a chance to better understand these energies. They tell us specifically what's going on. So stand your ground. Let's clarify this. Okay, two energies came out quickly. You have the energy of the magician, your ability to be able to create and to manifest. You're creating and you're manifesting possibly for two right here with the two birds flying above his head. I love this image right here of the magician standing above the white dove, right? So I'm in the energy of manifesting. Am I manifesting for myself, or am I manifesting for the highest good of everybody? Standing above the white dove, it says your intention is pure. You're manifesting for the highest good of everybody. Standing your ground on that energy. Attached to the magician card, you have the star card. So Aquarius. Here we have Aquarius and Gemini that just showed up for all air signs tarot readings. So representing the energy of going after and manifesting all of your hopes and dreams. You know, the star card is a beautiful energy. A lot of times that we take on after we went through some trauma. It's an energy that we take on a lot of times through the healing process. The star card, right? It's making me laugh. I need to share a story with you guys. So I love the star card because my sun's sign is Aquarius, so I get this energy really well. Love Aquarius energy. But Aquarius, you're known as the water bearer, right? So you dip into the water with a cup, and then you go and then you pour the water out. It makes me think of my grandson, Ezra. You know, he turns 2 this month. He's like this beautiful little Leo kid. Right? But when he's down at the water, he's down at the pool, he loves to take his cup and he dips it into the water and he goes over and he pours it on the plants. And he can do it for hours and hours. Anyways, I just love it. It gives me permagran because he is truly the water bearer. Okay, tell us about stand your ground, please. Tell us about stand your ground for all air signs. Judgment coming in. So some of you may be taking on this energy of judgment. It's like I'm in the energy of standing my ground, but others may not feel good about that. You know, they may feel you're being a little bit too stubborn. Let's clarify this judgment card. Please clarify judgment. You know, it's also representing, you know, I'm going to stand my ground, but I'm going to stand my ground. But in the process of doing that, right, my motivation is pure, right? So I go back to my motivation. What motivating energy is causing me to stand my ground? Is it fear or is it love, right? And in this case, I feel like you're standing your ground as it pertains to love. You have the Four of Wands coming in. So here's marriage right here. Some of you we have the Lover's card coming in here too. So some of you, it's also representing the energy of commitment, right? Commitment to another person. Coming in attached to judgment. It's like you've got to free yourself from any energies that may be heavy opinions, any energies of judgment regarding this commitment in your life. It's like I want to be with this person, but you know, I know that in order for us to come together in union, right, to commit ourselves to each other, we can't do it if we're holding feelings of, you know, heavy opinions and judgments towards one another. Takes us down to suffering in silence. Let's clarify suffering in silence. Please tell us about suffering in silence. So you have the Seven of Swords that want to come out. Going through the motions, the day-to-day and the Seven of Swords. Please clarify the Seven of Swords energy. So, you know, the Seven of Swords coming in attached to suffering in silence, coming in attached to the Seven of Swords right here, right? So some of you may be in this energy of suffering in silence, where I'm just not in the energy of standing my ground, but I'm in the energy of not making any changes at all. I'm just going to stay exactly who I am and how I am, going through the motions right here, the day-to-day, maybe 7 days of the week right here. Coming in attached to the Seven of Swords, you have Justice. So Libra energy wanted to come in for you. Fairness, balance coming in, attached to suffering in silence. So, you know, if you're in the energy where you are suffering in silence, where I'm not standing my ground, I'm just going to button my lip and not say anything right here. However, I'm going to hold some feelings, some opinions, and some judgment. You know, it could be putting you in the energy where it's causing you to feel like, gosh, I'm just alone in this world. I'm suffering in silence right here. And it could be preventing justice from coming in, bringing you fairness, bringing you balance. Let's clarify suffering in silence. Okay, 2 more energies coming in. Here you have the Four of Cups. Where's my focus, right? My focus is right here on this cup that's in front of me. But when I'm in this energy, I feel like there's more cups and there's more opportunities for me to connect with, right? To be able to experience in life. But I'm not feeling connected in these energies right here. Maybe it's because I'm staying silent, right? I'm biting my tongue. I'm not saying a word. Attached to the Four of Cups, you have the Five of Wands, representing the energy of, we argue. You know, we may be so like-minded, so similar to each other, that those similarities just cause us to debate each other back and forth. Or maybe we're arguing, right? It's nothing heavy, but if it's limiting energy, if it's a strong energy, this is a limiting energy. Notice the 3 men with sticks. They could all be brothers, right? Twins. 2 lions look identical. So it's representing, you know, like-minded energies. For some, this may represent the energy of competition as well. So you may have some competition out there for you. And some of you may be very discouraged by this competition, just staring at this cup in front of you, saying, I want the cup to be mine, but there are others that I could be competing against. Interesting. That takes us down to harmony, lovers. Please clarify harmony for all air signs. The Hierophant wanted to come out. So Taurus energy just showed up on the board. For those of you that may be connected to a Taurus, tell us about this Hierophant energy, please. Coming in attached to the Hierophant, you have the Queen of Swords energy. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy right here. Notice the Queen is holding a sword in one hand. She uses this sword. This is a very determined energy right here. I'm determined enough to use this sword to cut away and to remove any energies in my life that are no longer serving me. Meaning, if when it comes to competition, right, with these energies right here, I'm not going to cower away from competition. I'm going to step up to the challenge right here. Because look, at the end of the day, competition breeds excellence. So if you're in this energy of having to compete, maybe you're having to compete for love right here, competition is going to serve you well. It's going to raise your vibration. It's going to raise your standard. And this may be your spiritual truth. But spiritual truth, intuition, coming in attached to the Queen of Swords. I'm going to use this sword to cut away and to remove any energies in my life that are no longer serving me. So maybe I'm cutting away and I'm removing these energies where I feel a little bit disempowered because of the competition that's out here. It could be competition regarding disconnection in your life. And you're in the energy where you're looking for a commitment right here. Please clarify harmony for all air signs. I got to cut away some of those things that don't make sense to me. Moon card, Pisces energy just showed up. Operating in the dark, having to take a chance. Please clarify the moon card for all air signs. Eight of Swords, coming in attached to the moon card. So for all air signs, there's something about this relationship and this connection in your life. This may be, it's like I can feel it. I can feel the strength in this connection, but I'm not seeing it and I'm not experiencing this energy in a tangible way. This moon card says, look, I feel like I'm out at night where I don't have the brightness of the sun to be able to see my way around. I'm having to count on the light that the moon is providing me. So I can't see very well with this, you know, when I'm out at night in the moonlight. So it causes you to trust your primitive instincts, right? You're reverting back to those instinctual natures about you, where it's like, I've just got to feel my way around and I've got to trust feeling. We know that that's the case because you have the Eight of Swords here. She's wearing a blindfold over her eyes, right? And because she's unable to see this connection, you know, coming together, it's bringing up the energy of fear, right? Because I'm fearful what's not in front of me. I'm fearful of those energies that I'm unable to see, causing you to feel somewhat trapped, maybe restricted. Stand your ground, right? Again, competition is coming into mind. So I feel like, you're not just going to throw in the towel and I'm going to surrender to competition. But this is about standing up for yourself, right? Because you're worthy and deserving of this person, of this connection in your life. Tell us more about harmony, please. Tell us more about harmony. Okay, next energy to come in is the Eight of Pentacles. I'm going to have to get focused. I'm going to have to get focused just like she's focused on the spin wheel, striving to become the best at what it is she does. So yeah, even though I'm wearing a blindfold, I'm unable to see things, I still need to move forward. I need to invest energies of work regarding this connection. Maybe this work that I'm investing is all about you standing your ground. It's like I'm not going to cower and give in to the competition at all. I love this person. I want to be with this person. I can see 4 of Wands kind of potential. Marriage, commitment to each other. It's going to take some work. Please clarify the 8 of Pentacles for air signs. Please clarify the 8 of Pentacles for all air signs. Okay, coming in attached to the 8 of Pentacles, we have another 8 coming into us. 8s and 8s coming in together. So she's in this energy of the 8 of Cups where I need to turn around, I need to walk away from some limiting energies that are just no longer serving you, right? And I feel like maybe you're walking away from this energy of maybe feeling a little bit, feeling like there's some competition out there, right? I can't be afraid of the competition. But I'm reaching up, grabbing the tree to maybe sustain myself, because whatever it is that I'm walking away from may be a little bit difficult to do. So I'm walking away from something, and I'm walking into the energy of being able to stand my ground. And when I can stand my ground, I can feel good about things. I have the energy of the magician where I can create, I can manifest. That's exactly what it's going to take to bring this connection into your life. It's like, yeah, I'm going to stand my ground and overcome these energies of judgment. Right? This judgment is coming in because of competition. So here you are in the energy of freeing yourself from this energy of competition, standing your ground so that justice can come in and show up, bringing you fairness, bringing you balance. What is justice going to bring you? It's going to bring you this connection, this love, harmony, Gemini's energy. Okay, air signs, I think I'm done with your tarot reading today. I love your tarot reading. I hope it resonates with all of you. I hope that you're able to pick up and connect part of your story and part of your truth here. Look, if you want to have some fun, you want to order a personal tarot reading, I'd love to connect with you and schedule a time to work on your personal tarot reading. We can see exactly what's going on in your life. If that's of interest to any of you, send me an email at treeoflifetarot9@gmail.com. I'd love to connect with you and schedule that time to work on your tarot reading. So, hope you're open to the messages that are here for you, air signs. Don't be afraid of the competition that's out there. In fact, if anything, you're qualified, you're deserving of this connection. Stand your ground, stand up for yourself. Don't give up just because you've got a little bit of competition out there. Competition breeds excellence. Okay, air, wishing you all the very best. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Have a great day.